Welcome back to the Brumble channel, better known as Travis Benjamin. So in this discussion, we're going to have a XP discussion for Chapter 3, Season 2. Okay? In particular, we're going to talk about a couple of in particular, we're not even a couple of YouTubers. We're going to talk about, maybe we'll talk about a couple of YouTubers, but one in particular YouTuber. Okay? And a lot of people think maybe this or maybe that, have different opinions on things. First thing I must do is give a background of myself. So just very short background. I'm a numbers person. I said when I exposed another YouTuber, I think a lot of you guys know who they are. They were a supposed XP grinder that did one interview, through Cove's mind that made them look very good, and then the second interview they ended up, telling on themselves. So the big question is, that person, they're kind of out of the picture. Once they got exposed, once they got outplayed by, Loot, and once they got outplayed by Rage, they decided, hey, I'm up out of here. So this discussion is about Lootstation. So Lootstation, the big question for a lot of people is like, yo, this guy's level 350 in 7 days. He must be hacking. He must be cheating. So it is the big question, and the question is Lootstation a fraud? Is Lootstation hacking? Is Loot cheating? And the answer to that question is absolutely not. Okay? And like I said, a little about myself is previous to me retiring, I was a mortgage banker and also a financial advisor, so numbers are my thing. And when I exposed the original YouTuber, I said men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So we're going to break the numbers down. And like I said, this is why, if anybody is skeptical of this YouTuber, hey, there's no way he could be level 350. There's been, just 7 days in the season. It's impossible. It's not impossible. In fact, he's been very transparent and put out tutorials. He's told you exactly what he's done, and I'm just going to break down the numbers in detail to show you that what he's saying is actually true and what he's saying makes sense. There are many different ways to level up this season. The methods that you mainly can use are going to be, number one, the Imposters game mode, which is Lootstation's favorite game mode. Number two is going to be your creative XP. Number 3 and number 4 are basically your battle royale and save the world XP. Those are the 4 methods that you can use to get XP. So anyways, this is not a guide about how to level up fast. This is a video to discuss the fact if Lootstation is a fraud, yes or no. And the answer is no, he's not a fraud. Is what he's doing very, very difficult? Yes, it's extremely difficult. The average person could not do this as far as a solo individual. Okay? Is it possible that he can do this as a solo individual? That's what we're going to find out right now. Okay? And it's very, very simple to do this. Roughly, he's level 350. Okay? So if you take level 350, so you take 350, take the number 350 into your calculator and multiply that by a total amount of roughly, let's just average it out to 80,000 XP per level. It's 75,000 for the first 200 levels, but once you balance out the other 150 levels for him to be level 350, you're at about 80,000 XP or so per level. Okay? So that's 28 million XP that he would, and let's just round up just in case, just to show that this is possible for him to do this. Rounding up, alright, to 30 million. So let's just say it's 30 million XP. So everyone put 30 million XP into their calculator. So far, he would have, to get to level 350, he need about 30 million XP. I'm not exact. This is a rough figure, but I'm just making it easy to break this down for you. So he would need to have achieved 30 million XP. 30 million. That's extremely a lot. It's crazy to say it. It's crazy to even to say it. 30 million XP. Okay? 30 million XP in 7 days. So we're going to take 30 million and we're going to put that in a calculator. We're going to divide that by 7, which that's how many days have been in the season. That means that he needs 4.3 million roughly. 4.3 million XP per day. Okay, so 4.3 million XP per day. So 4,300,000, put that into your calculator. 4,300,000 XP per day. And if you divide that by 14 hours in a day, which allows him 8 hours for sleep, eat, bath, whatever else he has to do during his day. If you divide that up, okay, that's 307,000 XP for 14 hours in each day. Okay, 307,000 XP. Just call it 310,000 XP. Is it possible to get 310,000 XP in a day? It's possible to get it in 14 hours. And how? But how? How is the major question, and that's why people are skeptical, or why some people don't believe it, or they say, "Wow, that's how can you be that level?" He plays imposters, okay? So how does it work? With imposters, you can get about 300,000 XP per hour. So if you take that 300,000 XP per hour, okay, 300,000 XP per hour, and we multiply that by 14 hours in a day, that's 4.2 million. So the 4.3 million XP that he would need, and then you take that 4.2 million and you multiply that times 7 days. That's 29,400,000. So right about 30 million XP, which is pretty much where he would need to be. So if he only plays 14 hours solo, it is possible for an individual to play 14-15 hours a day. And also, you know, maybe when he takes a break, he uses some of the creative methods, which are not cheating. The creative maps are there, and it literally says XP awards. Me, myself, I did a creative map when it was under calibration, and Epic Games themselves sent me said, you know, we apologize for the inconvenience. Here's 65,000 XP for playing the creative map that I made a, you know, XP tutorial on how to level up fast. Here's this XP, and I received that from Epic Games for one of the maps that have XP rewards in them, which a lot of them, there are so many of them. Some are faster, some are slower. So I'm sure one of the best XP grinders in the world obviously is going to use the fastest methods. So, you know, there's methods where you can AFK XP. Is it breaking the rules? Is it doing anything wrong? No. Fortnite said you are allowed to get XP in creative. It's the second best method to imposters. So even if he plays a little less than 14 hours and decides to take a break, you know, he could go creative AFK and still gain some XP. There really isn't a cap to the total amount of XP in creative. It goes a lot slower after a certain amount of time, but some maps allow you to get, you know, more XP than others, and you can continually get it. Some XP maps cut you off, but there are maps, if you switch between maps in ways, that you can continually get it. But in all reality, the main core mode that he sticks to imposters, and he grinds it out. Whether or not he uses somebody else on his account, I don't think so, because I don't think it needs to. I think that at the beginning of his season, he strongly dedicates himself to doing what he's doing, to growing his channel. And so for anybody that thinks that, you know, hey, there's bad blood between me and him have talked on Instagram, and there's no bad blood between us. I didn't have an issue with him. The only issue I had with the other YouTuber was they were lying to everybody. You know, that came out in the second interview when Kozmine did the second interview for Telecon. It came out that he wasn't being straightforward. So that's why I can't really respect that grinder. But we got to give respect where respect is due. And to reach level 350, if he is doing it all by himself, it is possible. If he's using somebody else, you know what? Who cares? It's his channel. It's his, you know, whatever. Let him do what he wants to do. Is it breaking the rules to let your friend play on your Fortnite account? No, it's not. So is he doing anything wrong? No. And is it possible? No. And is he a fraud? No. He is an absolute animal when it comes to getting XP. He's literally willing to put in the hours because he's looking at the longevity of his channel, and he's killing it. He is absolutely crushing it. Last season, you know, he only went up to like what, level 500. I had like level 410 or something, and I didn't even play much. He didn't, you know, but the previous season he had 1,000. This guy can crush XP. We gotta give him credit where credit's due. So if anybody out there thought, you know, hey, there was bad blood between me and him, no, me and him have talked on Instagram and we don't have any problems between us. And I really don't have a problem with anybody. I've kind of stepped away from the XP grind. I do it at the beginning of the season. And once I reach the, you know, max level, I kind of just chill out. So once I'm at, like right now, I'm already over 200. I'm just going to chill out. I do fashion shows and giveaways and this and that. Box fights and play with friends. You know, stream, put on good content, do my channel. And I do my thing. But yeah, long story short, at the end of the day, the question was, is Lootstation a fraud? And the answer is no. He is not a fraud. What he is doing is completely possible to do with one person. Is it hard to do? Yes, extremely. Is it brutal? Is it probably tiring? Is it exhausting? Absolutely. But is he able to do it? 100% yes. So with that being said, just wanted to clear the air on that for anybody out there. Nobody's really been bothering me about it, but I decided to make a video just to give credit to an individual that deserves the credit. So shout out to you, my man. Hopefully all the best success for you and your future, and anybody else that does something. But if you're gonna go to level 1000 and you're not gonna stream it and you're just gonna do it for no reason, unless you really enjoy it, I suggest you maybe do other things. But if you're actually trying to grow a business, this man, you guys have to understand, like, for the people that say that he's wasting his time, he's not really wasting his time. What he's doing is he's growing a YouTube channel that can help him in the future, even if he uses it as a side business, because he, you know, decides to get a job doing something else. You know, I know that he's working on, you know, a degree, and so he can pursue other things. So it makes sense for him to do what he's doing and put in that effort and put in those hours, because in the long run it will pay off for him. Financially, for maybe him, even for maybe his family, depending on how big he gets. So congratulations to you, bro. And hopefully everybody, you know, got some more insight into who I am. And if anybody thought in the past that I was trying to be negative, no. I just felt like that certain individuals didn't deserve credit, but he was never one of the ones that I said that didn't deserve credit. He deserves his credit. So with that being said, I'm up out of here. This is Brembo, GG's, and I am out. Peace.